course, is a great time to get outdoors, enjoy the weather, and get some exercise.
And a record number of runners are hitting the pavement these days, especially during the summer months. Last year, more than 2 million people finished half marathons in the U.S. Running in the heat can be dangerous and even deadly if you're not careful.
Joining us now is our Chief Health Editor, Dr. Partha Nandi, with some tips on how we can stay safe. All right, Doctor, we keep hearing about how important it is to make sure we get enough water. How much water do we need, and when do we need it?
And obviously, it depends on the individual, how much activity, but usually 8 ounce glasses a day is enough. If you're running though, right before going, I would do a sports drink with sugar and water and salt because it helps the absorption of water right before running. And then every 20 minutes have 8 ounces of water or liquid.
Really?
Yeah, because you get dehydrated very quickly. So 64 ounces for just in general, and then before running 16 ounces, and then 8 ounces every 20 minutes.
All right, good advice there. We know sunscreen is important, right, when you're heading out. Can it actually help us stay cool?
Absolutely. Sunscreen is amazingly important. I had an anesthesiologist when I left my work, and his brother just died of melanoma. So sunscreen is really important for everything else. But in this situation, it actually helps your body remain cool. It helps decrease heat absorption. And people worry, well, I'm not going to be able to sweat. But in fact, studies showed that you can actually remain even cooler with sunscreen. So a double effect.
We've got some hot days coming up. We were just talking about running and drinking water. When is it unsafe to run, and what are some signs that we should be looking out for when we know we just need to stop?
So common sense, right? When it's when the humidity and the heat are basically unbearable, don't go out there and chance it. If you're running in the summertime, early morning, late in the evening when it's cooler, run at that time. And then remember to look for signs when you're dehydrated. When you get headaches, crampings, when you're feeling fatigue and profuse sweating. Those are signs that that heat stroke may be coming on. So don't ignore them. Don't be a tough guy and say, I'm going to go right through it. Slow down, get water, and then run at a later time. You can always do it, but if you have some severe signs of dehydration, you got to stop.
Yeah, take them seriously.
Absolutely.
All right, now let's talk about another hot weather warning. This time we are going to the beach for this one. And it's not what's in the water, but in the sand. A new study from the University of Hawaii shows that certain bacteria in the sand can live much longer than bacteria in the water. And an older study links playing in the sand to getting sick.
All right, so we don't often think about, how clean is the sand, but do we have to worry about actually getting sick?
I'd actually like to go to Hawaii and test that. If you guys would join me.
We're there. We're on board.
So seriously though, we think about the water, but the sand can actually preserve the bacteria. You can actually have more bacteria than in the water. And I don't think we should freak out. I think that there's bacteria everywhere. And remember, let your kids play in the sand, in the dirt. However, there may be some warnings. If the bacteria level gets higher than it's supposed to, there'll be warnings posted and avoid those areas.
So are you talking E. coli mostly? Well, we hear that every year.
E. coli because of contamination, yeah. But again, it's like, just because people say, oh, I'm not going to play in the sand anymore, that's not the message you want to send. If there are dangerous levels, the county health departments will tell you, and so you stay away from that. Otherwise, let your kids play. But here's, when you come back from the sand, take a shower, wash your hands. My son, it takes everything in my power to get him to wash his hands. So get your kids to wash their hands. It's
always a good idea.
Yeah.
We think bacteria, we automatically think bad things, right? But exposure to some, can it actually be beneficial?
Yeah, we've talked about this, in other segments. We think that if you have good bacteria and your body gets exposed to bacteria as they're growing up, you have a more healthy immune system. It's almost like having a kid. You can't put your kid in the closet for their entire adolescence and then stick them outside and say, hey, face reality.
Luck, right.
The same thing with bacteria. You have to have a few infections, and you have to let them see what's normal.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on to our last topic, Wayne State University's decision to go smoke-free. The new policy will prohibit the use of all tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, in and around all buildings operated by WSU. Now, the University School of Medicine has already been smoke-free since 2008. This change takes effect on August 19th.
All right. I would think as a doctor, perhaps, that you'd be a fan of this. I mean, the whole risk of secondhand smoke, because it's not just the smokers we're concerned
So guess how
about.
many chemicals are in secondhand smoke? Just a wild guess.
A lot.
7,000 chemicals.
Wow.
7,000 chemicals. Increased risk of heart disease, stroke, everything you can imagine. So absolutely, it's one thing when people individually take a risk, but when you have put people at risk around you, it's just not acceptable.
Yeah, e-cigarettes too, they're talking about.
Yeah, this is the thing, e-cigarettes, we don't know, it's a complete black hole. We don't know what's going on with e-cigarettes, and when the vapors come out, it's not a panacea, it's not safe. We don't know what it's going to do, and especially if you're not somebody who's an e-cigarette smoker, I think it's okay to say, listen, you know what, I'm around you, I should not have to smoke those vapors, especially when there are no long-term studies showing exactly what it's doing. you know, it can go into, we think it from particulates in your lung, etc. All of it doesn't sound great, so I'm glad they're doing it. I really am.
And there are a lot out there, right?
Yeah,
So,
certainly.
good information as always.
Thank you, I
Dr.
appreciate
Manning,
it.
thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you for
Have a
having me.
great
Appreciate it.
weekend, and
You
thanks
too.
to all of you for watching. We hope you have a great weekend as well.